Why I deleted social media and still plan to go viral. I hit delete on popular apps a few months ago at the time of this recording, particularly Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I only use TikTok, okay, so TikTok I only use when someone wants to send me something, but I only open the app maybe once every 4 to 5 months. I felt like stepping away off. It felt like stepping off a runway train that had been carrying my attention and my peace. I think I did it because of ego, knowing where on the internet I could go to get the most eyeballs on my brand and create inner sovereignty. Yet, even as I shut down these channels, I'm doubling down on virality in ways that serve my message and, most importantly, my soul. I reclaimed my attention by removing the noise. With no validation seeking, I started structuring my day around creation instead of consumption. That pause gave me space to strengthen my ideas into high impact content that actually matters. When I do post, it's authentic and unforced because it comes from a place of clarity instead of a reflective reach for my likes. My audience notices the difference immediately. They know that I'm not fishing for validation, but sharing something genuinely worth their time, and that shift changes everything about how they engage with what I create. Then comes the tactical push for reach. But done strategically, I'm thinking of leveraging calculated collaborations with other creators who share my values and vision. These partnerships are like gambits. On the other hand, these partnerships are like gambits on the board, sometimes sacrificial, always calculated to expand brand influence without compromising integrity. I guest post on a podcast or co-write a newsletter exchanging audiences while maintaining full creative control over my message. By choosing allies rather than followers, I expand my visibility without diluting what I stand for. The network grows outward from me instead of pulling into a crowd that doesn't align with my purpose. Why did I write that? Finally, I never sacrificed my core for a trend or a fleeting moment of attention. If viral challenge if a viral challenge feels inauthentic to who I am, I skip it completely. If a platform demand Okay, so basically what I'm talking about, okay, without skipping all the fluff. So basically what I'm talking about is I deleted social media because I felt like it was starting to pull at my attention. And it's interesting because when I deleted it, I was getting some feedback from people close to me who were saying there wasn't really much going on my social media. So it's like, why would I delete it? And even someone close to me was like, yeah, you should probably just get on TikTok because, you can make money off of that. I remember when I was posting a lot on TikTok, I was getting a lot of engagement and I was getting a lot more attention on that platform. So I am thinking about actually going back on TikTok because I could get a lot of reach from there. So that's something that I'm seriously considering doing, and I should probably do that as quick as possible, honestly, because Father Time waits for no man, type shit. So yeah, Instagram felt like a clout chasing game, and I didn't want to get sucked into that. I wanted to chase real life. That's what this channel is all about: is life reflections and real life. And that's what I wanted. I wanted real life, so that's why we're here. And I couldn't really do that behind the screen or just like scrolling on Instagram or even like looking at what other people were doing. And if I have to be honest, when it comes to Facebook, same thing with Instagram. Whenever I was like posting, I didn't really get the engagement I was like I was getting on YouTube. On YouTube, I see where I can like take this and like really go far with it, and so that's kind of why I deleted my. That's actually the main reason, top two main reasons why I deleted my Instagram and Facebook, so I could focus more on YouTube and put my attention there. So yeah, I still might get Instagram again just to connect with people. Maybe I'm not in a rush to do it, honestly. And TikTok, I'll probably, probably start posting on there. Maybe this week. Who knows? You might see me on TikTok. I'll probably start linking my stuff down there. Let's see. But yeah, you can read the rest of this reflection on Substack. I'll link it below. And that's pretty much why I deleted my social media. Plus, I'm a bit old school, 90s kid. I came from that era where we were just starting to like get into, the millennial era where we had cell phones just coming out. So I kind of wanted to get back to, real life, going on road trips and being outside. And I guess the meme is called, touching grass. You want to touch grass and you don't want to be like in your house all day. And yeah, that was what this reflection was about. I want to know, what platforms do you guys use the most? I know Facebook and Instagram are the top two ones. I think I looked up the stats. If they, with all the users Facebook has and Instagram have, they could basically, I think the they'd basically be the third largest country. I think they have over 3 billion people who use Facebook. So, maybe we'll do another reflection on Mark. What's his name? Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, because what he built was, something very nice. And yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you created a system or a platform where you're basically the third largest country. Look up that stat. Don't quote me on that. Um, I have my computer right here. I could look it up, but like that would take too much time. I want to focus on you guys on here. So yeah, let me know what your Instagram is or what your Facebook is, and like what do you guys use it for? I mean, is it just to connect with friends? Let's live more life.